Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Today, I thought that we would do a build based on December birthdays. So it's not going to be Christmas inspired. It is based around the characterization or the general characteristics of someone who was born in December. I did a Google search just to get some keywords and stuff like that for me to do this build around. I'm going to read it to you. December birthdays span two zodiac signs, Sagittarius and Capricorn, meaning traits vary. Sagittarians are often optimistic, adventurous, and blunt explorers, while Capricorns are ambitious, disciplined, and hardworking leaders. Generally, December babies are seen as resilient, adaptable, and have a festive end-of-year spirit, sometimes being natural athletes or known for long lives. So Sagittarius keywords are jovial, freedom-loving, honest, adventurous, philosophical, and blunt. And their traits love learning, traveling, and are naturally curious explorers with a strong sense of justice. Their challenge can be that their blunt honesty can sometimes offend others. Capricorn is ambitious, disciplined, responsible, hardworking, practical, CEO energy, quote unquote. Traits, excellent climbers, metaphorically, focused on goals, disciplined, and determined. And their challenge can be that they can be a know-it-all or overly serious. I laugh at that one because I'm a Capricorn and I'm definitely overly serious. And then it says general December traits are resilient and adaptable, linked to the end of the year, symbolizing renewal. They're athletic, more likely to be successful athletes. Long-lived, studies suggest they may live longer. And their birth flowers are narcissus, which signifies hope, and holly, which signifies happiness and protection. Their birthstones are turquoise, tanzanite, and zircon. With that, let me switch my screen here. I also looked up what style of house, what kind of house would you live in based on your sign. And this shows here a Sagittarius would live in a tiny house and a Capricorn would live in a city apartment. So I'm actually going to do a tiny house today. And then to the right here, this is from Sherwin-Williams. This is a December birthstone color palette that we're going to use today. So with a tiny house, as you can see, you can only use 64 tiles, and I plan on having a top level here with a basement and then a section over on the side where I think I'm going to do like a meditation kind of spot for like yoga and stuff like that. We need to build this out. Now I do have a sketch over here, so bear with me while I look to my side to look at my sketch of how I plan this out. We are going to, first I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my basement down, which is going to be a 4x7 area like this. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and grab some steps. So we want to put it there. I believe that's the right area yep, that's the right area that I want. Because down here, my plan is to have bedroom back here and like a workout room here. Up here, we are going to create our upper floor. So we're going sideways there, 3 this way. Gonna bump that out for the stairs. And then we're gonna go 1 over and we're gonna go 3 up like so. And then we're going to just close this in, and that should be our 64 tiles. There we go. So we have that. Let me get some saucers in here real quick just so that we know what we're looking at here. I know my bathroom is going to go right there, so I'm going to put a saucer there, and then we'll just put a simple saucer in the center of those rooms there. The bathroom, like I said, is going to be right here. We're going to do just a simple 4x4 tiling. Front door, I'm going to put here. This here is going to be I was thinking it was going to be like a dining room area, and then I was going to make this like a living room, um, study area. But as I was thinking about it, I'm almost feeling like this should be a living room area. We should put the like a single table and chair there for eating, and then have this more of a library area. We'll see how it goes. Think I might want to bring this forward though, so let's move this. Yeah. So roof wise, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with the roof. I always struggle with roofs, to be quite honest with you. Okay, guys, the amount of time it actually took me to figure out what type of outside wall covering I wanted. Oh my gosh, you don't need to know. You don't need to know. I didn't do a lot of stuff. You didn't miss anything. I just colored and then put a couple of bushes in the mailbox in the trash can so that I didn't forget. That's it. That's all I did. Oh my gosh, I don't know why, but the struggle was real on that one. I don't know why. All right, so let's get in here. I think I want a fence here rather than having like a half wall or something like that. So let's look at the fences. And I don't really have a vibe necessarily like style wise for this house. So I thought that if I picked some key items, it would help me fill out the rest of the space because I'm not sure. I like industrial stuff. I like mid-century modern stuff, but I'm not. I don't know which way I want to go with this. What if we did? I feel like these banisters might be too fancy. We could go with like the standard there. That one's actually kind of cool. This craftsmanship one. This one's kind of cool. What is this? What colors does this one come in? Does it have a... It doesn't have really a matching color, I don't think, for that. No, that's because that's so blue. So, do I like it though? Do I want to try and make it work? I don't think that I want to make that work. Let's see what else we've got. We could definitely do that one, but does it go with the stairs? That's the question. I mean, the ladder style, does that come in like a nice golden color or a color that matches the stairs? That seems like too shiny, too metal, heavy metal, too metal. Oh, I like that. The mesh. What kind of colors does that come in? Oh, what does that look like? I kind of like that one. It's not the right color palette though, because I want our staple pieces to be more the correct color palette. They have this one, but that's like the same kind of color palette. Unless we went, that would work. We could do that. Just a simple fence. Is there glass in that? Oh no, but there's a light in it, doesn't it? Yeah, there's a light. I don't think I want a light. This one comes in that color, huh? We could do that. I actually kind of like that. What if we did the steps? Let's go down here. What if we did the steps? I don't want to change the color, but we could. We could. What color is the railing? Go back up here. What color is that railing? That's like a golden color. I don't think that this would match, but we could try it. We could definitely try it. Page down. Go back up. I mean, it could work. That one will work. I think that one would work. Do we want to take this out down here, or do we want to just make it a wall? Let's take it out for now and see what we want to do with it. Down here is where we're going to do the bedroom and the workout room. So I'm not quite sure what kind of doorway I want. It doesn't really, since it's the basement, it doesn't really need to be closed off, but I think that I might want a door. Let's hold off on that. Let's go back up here. The bathroom. Bathroom's not going to be hard at all. because it's very simple. So we can knock that out real quick. Let's use this, the shower that comes with this pack. I don't know if I'm going to go with those colors. What sink do I want to use? Is that blue or turquoise? What color is that? I mean, could be both, right? Do we want to do that color though in here? What do you guys think? Do we want to do that color? Could we find colors that go with it? Oh my gosh, the blue is amazing. Why? Could we do that? Could we do a blue one? I mean, I kind of want to. I kind of want to. What if we did that? Does that match that better? That kind of matches everything good, but that's just too dark. That sink is just too dark. I keep looking over at my color palette, guys. I like this one. What if we did that? I don't think there's a toilet that would match, or a color scheme with this toilet that would match, though. Possibly that one. We could do that. I could probably make that work. And then a mirror. I like this one. Don't know if that would work. This one's always really nice. What if we did this one in that color? That's not the right color. That color? That could work. Is it weird though because of the door? Is it weird because the door color? No, not so much. I haven't decided on windows yet. Let's see what kind of windows we've got. Let's try it out. We can always change it, right? We can always change it. We could try that one out. What kind of wallpaper do we want in here? Or tiling? Let's do some tiling. Or hopefully, let's do some tiling. We've got that blue drawer right there. It's like, so can we match that? Probably not. What if we did this one? That's the color palette that we're looking for, but it doesn't really go with that drawer there. We could do it in the golden tone. That's more of a peach, huh? That one's kind of cool. Keep it light and airy because it is such a small bathroom. We could do that. Maybe get a blue tiling on the floor. What if we went with a solid blue? That could work. Is that the only colors? Go dark? No. I'm thinking though a solid color might be the way to go. What if we go with this one in this color? I like that. Let's do that. Let's see. Oops. Goodness gracious. Let me look top down. I feel like we want a rug. I always like the toilet rugs. I don't know what pack they came in, but I really do like them. The ones these ones, what kit is that? Whatever kit that is. And then we could go with a nice brown. Kind of goes with the color palette that we're looking at. Like so. That would get so wet, huh? From the shower there. Wouldn't it? Yeah, it probably would. It doesn't make much sense, does it? So let's not do that. We could probably do it on the other side though. Like here. Like that. That would make more sense. Yeah. We can't do too much because of the space, right? That is huge. What if we scale that down? Oops. Might be the wrong way. I mean, we could scale it down like that. What does that look like? Let's put the walls down. What does that look like? I mean, it looks a little weird, but I'm not hating it because if you look at the length of it, say you took that down, that would cover that entire window. So even though it's a weird placement, I'm not against it. So let's leave it. Bear with me while I'm looking for packs and stuff because I'm not good at searching. I usually just kind of go through all of it. What is the one that is bathroom clutter? I don't think it's that one. Wasn't there a different one that we got that was sleek bathroom? That's the one I was thinking of. And then what kind of light do we want? We definitely want, I want an overhead light. Don't know if that's going to work. I could just leave the saucer there. I love these. You know what? I don't think a lot of people have them, but I really, these are my favorite lights. My absolute favorite lights. I mean, look at the light that that gives. It's so nice. So I'm using it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry if you don't have that kit. What is that? What kit is that? That is the Modern Retreat kit. I'm sorry if you guys haven't gotten that, but that light is, I love it. I love it so much. I could put another saucer in there. The problem with that is I'm not using move objects, so I can't fit it in there. I mean, that is what it is. Let's put these walls up. What about this one? Can I fit this on the wall? Only if I put it all the way up there. And I mean, that seems kind of ridiculous, huh? I can't function with the cameras, guys. I don't know how to function with the cameras. What if we do this? I know. Wall. Going through a wall here. But I just want to see how close to the ceiling that is. I mean, that clips. That pretty much clips, doesn't it? I can't have it that. Yeah, because that plant just clips through it. Well, it doesn't clip, but... I mean, it's really close. What do you think, guys? Should I leave it there? That's so tall. You wouldn't even be able to use that. Look how far away from the toilet that is. Like, you wouldn't be able to... It doesn't make any sense. Let's get out of this. I was hoping it would make sense, but it does not make sense. So we will not be using it. So is there anything else? Oh, I could probably put a hand towel over there, huh? What if we use this one? That'll work. Can we put anything? I don't think we could put anything on the sink, can we? Can we put the toothbrush on there? No. Could put it on the back of the toilet, but that seems kind of unsanitary. That would fit. Oops. Jeez Louise, Stacy. How does it make sense? Hanging over the toilet like that? You know what? It's gonna do it. I'm doing it. Why not? Not too shabby of a bathroom. That took me so much longer than I thought it was gonna take. Holy moly. Holy moly. Alright. Let's get some basic kitchen stuff going on over here. You could do that. And then we want... What did I decide on? Yeah, I want the stove over here. I really like that color. Does that go with that? It kind of does. Let's do that. Do we have a fridge that matches that? That's from the ice cream cone pack. That's what I call it. The ice cream cone pack. Is this the one that matches it? It's kind of wooden tone. But I'm not against it. I kind of like it. I think these are the ones that go with that color scheme. Yeah, this one here. Like we could put that one up here. Could do an inner like that. Half tile one. Another half tile one like that. What does that look like to you guys? Makes it kind of dark in that corner, doesn't it? That's okay. That's okay. What about the ranges? Do we have one that has a light attached to it? I don't think so. What about this one? Oh, that looks good. It kind of matches the cabinet color, huh? Don't want to put anything on here because I don't want to impede your sim from being able to use it. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to do that. We definitely want to put a smoke alarm in here, right? I could fit it over this refrigerator like that. Burglar alarm we could probably fit in here somewhere. Maybe here. Like that. That'll work. I do like that kitchen. I think that looks good. I do need some sort of lighting in the kitchen. Overhead light. I honestly, I'm probably going to go with this because it's small and it's so nice. You could do it in this. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Go back. I wanted to hit this button. I just really, really love this. Let go there. It says it won't. Okay, that's fine. I love that light. I can't help it. I absolutely love that light. Do we want to do just like a couple of walls one color, or do we want to go ahead and do like this entire section one color? This is going to be, like I said, I think this is going to be a study nook, possibly, because this is going to be kind of like a living room area. I have the door to the bathroom here. Now I could move it over here, which would give us more usable space over here. Do I want to do that? I mean, that would make more sense, huh? Yeah, probably. Let's do that. Let's move this over here like that. And then that gives us more usable space over here, because then I could put like a 2-seater couch there maybe, or some chairs. Should I do that, or should I put the living room area over there? I could make like a living dining room area. Ooh, and then this could be like a study area. What if I did it that way? That might make more sense. Because theoretically, hear me out. I could put a couch over here, right? And I could put a TV against this wall here. That might be the way to go. What if we did a sectional? Could we do a sectional? Could we, hear me out. What about a corner? What about a corner bench? Could we use a corner bench in this area? Could we put this here? Would that make sense, or does it eat up too much space? What do you guys think? If I put, let me pull this out. Oops. Go over there for a second. And I do this. And I put just that there. For the time being. To pop this here. Does that take up too much space? Does that not make any sense? I could possibly tuck it closer to, oops, hit the wrong button. Possibly tuck it closer to the wall. Just a little bit closer to the wall. How do you guys feel about that? I really need you guys with me. I really need you guys with me. Initially what I was thinking was one of these sectionals. Let's go into love seats and check that out. And we want, you know what, let's filter with colors. We're gonna look at blue, green, a light brown. Let's see what this brings us. We've got these, which are cute. This is kind of the color we're looking for. That's a contender. I do like that color. It goes with the color scheme. That one could work. That one could work. We could go with one of these. I don't know if I want something stylized like that though. That one's not bad. Could go with that one. So over here is our contenders, by the way. I'm thinking this one might be the winner. That one's a contender. This is a contender. That's a contender. I'm pulling out this color blue because I know that we could change to a lighter like brown if we wanted to, really simply, but I'm trying to go with a blue theme, and I'm trying to go with something that will coordinate with these cabinets here. And that's kind of why I'm not going with like the lighter beige color, because I want something that will coordinate that. That's why I'm thinking this one, because I think this one is the one that coordinates the best with that. And the rest of them, like the styles, I'm just not feeling the styles. So this, yeah, so if we look at this, this is our look. This is our contenders. This one could work. Let's pull this one back out. This one could work because of the gold, and it's got the brown. Kind of matches the cabinets a little bit, but I feel like it's too much brown. This one feels tiny, and I don't like the color palette with it. This one, no, I don't like that one. That doesn't feel good. Like, these feel tiny, and they are. They're smaller if you kind of match them up that way. I mean, that's a good, in real life, what, like a half foot? A good 6-inch difference. That one's not bad. Yeah, I'm honestly thinking this is the one. This one could go maybe in the bedroom. You know what? Let's get rid of these. I'm not going to use these, but I'm going to keep these two out. Or, not that one, but these two out. I'm really thinking this one. I'm really, really thinking this one. And putting it, because I could put it right there. And if I have a TV right here, I could put a plant or a lamp or something. I really like the one plant that's the light. This one here. I really like this one a lot. And it gives off a good amount of light. I mean, look how much light that gives off, right? If we do that, and then I take the saucer out, that combined with that light here really, really makes a difference. And then we could honestly put a second one over here. I mean, that looks good. I like the way that looks. And granted, you don't really have a table to eat at, but I'm going to put an outdoor area out here, I think. Oh, maybe that's what I should do. Instead of a second one, let's put a double door. Let's do that. An outdoor double door, sliding door. I can't think today. I mean, that's not bad. We could do that. How's that look if the walls are up? It doesn't look bad. What kind of wallpaper? What kind of wallpaper? Maybe just a regular paint for back here. I always go with a brown tone for walls, but I don't know if that's what I want to do here. What if we did a paneling behind that? No. I really want to go with the color palette that we have. Let me show you the color palette again, just so that you could see what I'm working with here. I really want to go with something like that, but I don't know, like with the cabinets, I'm not quite sure which would look good. Maybe just the white. Maybe we just go white and then maybe accent it somewhere else. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that for right now. Flooring wise, do we want to go with wood? I mean, wood would tie everything together, right? In like this, in this goldeny color. That makes everything feel very warm. Ties in the door. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna do that flooring there. And then we could get maybe a little area rug here. Maybe a lighter, like a lighter teal gray maybe. Go with a round. That's cool. I don't usually play with the criminal career, so I've never seen those. But that's a cool design. That is a cool design. It does tie the cabinets in, doesn't it? We could do that. Like that. Is it weird that it's right there? Should it go right there? That's a contender. We'll see. I'm thinking that I just want something simple with not having pattern. We could layer. What if we layered? Say we did this one here, but back some, and then we did this one on top of it there. What if we did that? That's kind of cool. We could do that. I need to fit a trash can. Stacy, don't forget a trash can. Right? I always forget trash cans. And then here, do we want a TV that sits on a table, or do we want one that's on the wall? Probably one that sits on a table. That's what I'm thinking. Like that would work there. But then I feel like it's just too modern. I wasn't really going for a modern look today. It's funny because, you know, I have a color palette that I'm going with, but I'm not really finding ones that go with it. Colors that go with it. No. Don't like that one. Guess the question would be, okay, is there an end table or a side table like this where the colors that a TV fits on? That one's not bad. It's mid-century look. What if we did that one? I mean, is that too obtrusive? I mean, maybe. Do the TV, and we could do... I think that one's too big. Actually, no, that's not too big to put on there. I was thinking that one was way bigger than what it was. Although, if this person's adventurous, if we go with the narrative, I'm looking at my paper again. If we go with the narrative that this person loves learning, traveling, curious explorers, hardworking, focused on goals, athlete, do they even need a TV? We could just do the standard wall TV. These are too big to put on the wall. This one, I would have to go with this one. Could do it in the white, and we could put it up higher like that. I think this one's big too, the statement planner. Oh, it's not. It's not too big. Does that come in different colors? Just grayscale colors. But it's not bad. How close to the wall can I get that? Not very close. That's as close as I can get it. I mean, that's not bad. We could do that, but would you have that in your house? I don't know. Not right there. Not in a tiny house, probably. Let's actually go back to the surfaces. And let's look at the accent tables again. Because now I'm thinking I might want a little table to put stuff on. Well, ooh, where's that faux wall? Yeah, this one. What colors can we do? Oh, it does have like this nice green color, huh? Let's look at the color swatches on that. That one's really pretty. That could go with our, that goes with our color palette if we did that. And then we could put a plant on that, right? If we had the small tabletop plants. I feel like it's a never-ending battle to try and find something that fits in slots. It really feels like a never-ending battle. I need the box of tissues. The box of tissues has got to be there. I could put a little table, I think, in front of here. So that one's kind of big. But I like the scale, or like the height of it. What if we did that? I do like that. That way your sim has somewhere to put the plate when they're done eating, watching TV. That makes sense, right? This, we're going to make our study. So this, we need storage and bookshelves. How do I want to do this? I know I want a chair in here. Maybe 2 chairs? Actually, I want a desk. What kind of desk do I want? This one's nice and open. I mean, do we want it that big? And if we do, where do we want it? Because I think I want a window on this front section here. So like if we did that and we had a window, if we go with like a three window there, that looks good in the front. Not hating it there. So let's do that. Fuzzy chair. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Let's do it. I might have to change the wood on that. We're gonna get you a basic PC in a gray, and then curtain wise, am I driving you guys crazy with the camera angles? What kind of curtains do we want? What kind of curtains? Let's filter curtains with, let's try green, blue, light brown. Let's see what we've got. I need a wide one, so we could go with maybe this one. I like that. Do I like it better in the blue? I think I like it better in the blue. That's amazing, guys. First try. First try. I might be getting better at building. I might be getting better at building. We'll see. Don't get my hopes up too much. And then I think I want to build. What if we did built this out? I can't put it there because of that. So what if we did the taller ones? You can't corner them, can you? Like if I did this and I did, say I did that and then I did one this way? No. I was thinking that we could do that, but we can't. So what if we did, actually, what if we did, could we, hear me out. What if we slid this like that? And we then grabbed this one and put it over top like that. I don't think we could get away with this one, because I think that would just get cut off in the ceiling. But we could, hear me out, put that one there and then move this one like that. How ridiculous is that? I don't want to put anything over there because it's going to clip into the curtains. So if we did that, right, because I can't, let me just double check. Yeah, it's going to clip. So we don't want to do that. Put a hanging light over here. That's not bad. I kind of like that one. I really like this one. Those are my favorite. Oh, we could go with that one. Let's do that. What color scheme can we put that in? The orange looks really nice. We could go with the yellow. Keep looking at my color palette. Just go white on white or white on gray. Kind of feeling the orange, to be quite honest with you. But the yellow looks really nice too with that chair. Oh, let's do that one. I actually like that one. And your sim shouldn't have an issue because, like I said, I'm not using move objects. So your sim should not have an issue with that. See if there's anything that I want to put over here. I'm thinking a notebook or something like that, right? I don't like the open book. Everybody uses the open book, and honestly, I don't like the open book. Oh, I could put one of these. Will that fit behind here? It will. That's interesting. Can I put two of those? Like if I put one, say I put one there and I put the other one there, but more this way? Because I think you could put stuff on that, right? How big is this? Oh, that slots to the back, or a little bit more backwards. That's cool. We could put the journal there, definitely. Dr. Tyson's Books of Learning, definitely. We're putting the Books of Learning there. Can I get the little plants up there on that? Where are the little plants? The tiny plants. I never know which ones are the little ones. This one's one of the little ones because we use that in the bathroom. So we can use that again out here. What about this one? Does that slot up there? No. This one I think does. Yeah, we'll use that one. I like that. I mean, granted, this kind of hides that. What if we move that up next to it or under it? Or if we put it under it? How does that look? You know, I'm not against it. We could. Maybe, what if we put it back here like that? That's kind of cool. We put that one more like that. Yeah, I'm not against that. We do have some space up here. Is there anything I can put up there? Oh, that would be cool. Can we put, oh, we can put that up there. Those are so small though. Do we have a different clutter of towels that we could use? Because that would actually make sense to put some towels up there, right? I think so. The baskets of towels. Will that fit up there? Oh, yeah, it will. Put that one up there. How about this one in the same color? Seems kind of random. Can we fit anything else up there? Probably not, because it probably only has the 2 slots, huh? Oh, we could put a jar of marbles up there. Empty jar of marbles. What else can we put up there? Can we fit that up there? No. No. I feel like everything is no, no, no. Nothing slots well. That's so random, but I love it. I kind of want to leave it in here. Like you got it on your adventures. Do it in that color. I mean, you've got multiple bookcases, so I don't see why. And I'll put a probably a bookcase down in the bedroom too. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to grab a book from there. I mean, you might not be able to, but it's not saying that it's not allowed. Do you know what I mean? So we can definitely put it there, and hopefully it will work. There we go. That looks good. Got some towels up there for your bathroom and some extra books. I feel like we need a waste bin over here too, only because say you're studying and you're, you know, trying to figure stuff out. I feel like you might be taking a lot of notes and you have to like throw things away. I feel like that makes sense. And then I also feel like we might want a rug over here. We could go for this one. Maybe that beigey color. Like that. I like that. Go with that one. That's not bad, right? Yeah, that's not bad. What are those wall decorations? Like the backsplashes. Are they called anything specific? I love how I keep asking you guys. And you're not here to help me. But I think this top floor is done. I think that looks good. Because I am going to put some stuff outside. But I think for the basics, that looks good. First of all, let's figure out what gym equipment we want. Because I was thinking about that earlier. And I wasn't quite sure what gym equipment I want. I think I want... My husband, when he plays, he always likes to rotate what he says arm day and leg day. So I think I want these because they are arm day. Let's go with the bike and let's go with it in the gray. And then I want some wall lights. What kind of wall lights do I want? Why allow us to take away the wall underneath the stairs if you're not going to allow us the ability to use underneath the stairs? That won't fit under there, right? Oh, no way. I found something that goes under the steps. That makes perfect sense there, actually. You know, I really thought that there were free weights that were just decorations. But for the life of me, I can't find it. I have no idea. It's just trying to find it. And I even did search functions. Trying to find anything in this game is absolutely ridiculous sometimes. Let's go on to the bedroom. What if we went with... I really like this one. Can we do that one in a gray? That one's nice. That one's nice in a gray. What kind of rug do I want? I really like this cozy one. But I don't think it'll go with the furniture. So that's why I'm not initially picking that one. But that's a good go-to. That's a good go-to. Go with a round one maybe. What if we did that? Like upstairs? That's not bad. I like the orange. We can go with the orange. I don't know if I want a big overhead light in this room. I think I want it softer lights maybe. I like this oil lamp. Let's find ourselves a dresser. Now this is the dresser that matches the bed. I'm pretty sure. I think it's that color. This one I think matches it too. But that one is a little bit more funky. We could do that. I mean, it's strange. I think it's this that's throwing me off. Give me a different dresser. Yeah, let's do that. That works out a little bit better. And then now we can do the books, which is what I wanted to do all along. So let's do that, and we're going to do it in this color. Now we can do that. Then I want a standing light for that corner. What do I want here? I don't know. But I do know this. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to finish this up off camera because the only thing left that we have to do is the landscaping and a little yoga area that I plan on doing. So I am going to do that off camera, take a little break, and I will be right back, at least for you guys. I'll be right back and with the final build, okay? See you in a minute. Okay, everybody, I got the outside done. Finished up a little bit on the inside. Not much, but I took time to do the outside. You know, I know a lot of this can get repetitive, so this is what it looks like on the outside. I got, we'll take a tour of the outside in a minute, but from the front you can see we've got some greenery going on, and I tried to stick to the color palette. You know what I found that was interesting is that there's no holly. You can plant like the Christmas rose, and you can I think have holly in the game, like in play mode, in live mode, but there's nothing in build buy mode for that, like a plant for that. So I tried to stick with reds and blues and whites and a little bit of orange is what I tried to stick with. So this is what the front of the house looks like. Over there you've got a wellness area where there's a meditation cushion and a yoga mat. You have a bike. You have a place to do laundry. You have a telescope for logic. And just, you know, you're just surrounded by a whole bunch of plants. And it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. Over here, a lot of trees and stuff like that. So let's go inside, shall we? It always takes me a while. I don't know how people speed up the camera. You can let me know that if you know in the comments below how to speed up this first person camera movement. So as we come in, we've got our nice studio library, because like I said, these people born in December are very let me get my paper so that I don't forget, are very ambitious, disciplined. They are curious explorers with a strong sense of justice. They are honest. They love learning, traveling, just focused and ambitious. So I thought, for me, that interpreted studious, reading a lot, doing a lot of coursework, probably, maybe mathematical stuff, you know, depending on what career you want. But here you've got a nice area for reading and studying, and you have a little journal on the desk to keep notes, little trash can to throw away the notes that you don't want to keep, that little bird cage there just because I thought it was cool, so I put it there. You have your stairs to go downstairs. I found these this artwork, these posters, and I thought that was really cool for, you know, the area, as well as If you're exploring, maybe you took some pictures, or those are places that you've been to, so that's why you got the paintings. In here, you have your living space with your TV right there, box of tissues for those, nights when you need to have a good cry. Little table there, trash can there. That goes into your kitchen, but let's go in here first. This is your tiny bathroom. So you've got a shower, a toilet, sink, all your basics, mirror. I thought that curtain worked well in here. I imagine that, it's long enough that if you take it down, it'll cover the window. So I really like it there. I think, for a 4x4 bathroom, this isn't bad. So you come back out, and over here you've got your kitchen area, and you just got basic kitchen, basic needs, countertop to explore, or to explore, a countertop to create all of your delicious evening meals, and your stove, your oven, and your sink and your refrigerator. And remember, this is a tiny home. So it's a 64 tile tiny home. That's why everything's so put together. Let's go outside first, since we're right here. So this is your backyard. There's that wellness area that I was telling you about, and you've got some just lovely plants here. You've got just a really nice space to just relax and let go of the stresses of all of the studying that you've been doing. You can chill out here on the lounge chairs, and hopefully people won't bother you on this little path over here. But it's nice, open, airy. I kind of like it. Depending on where you place your lot, it obviously your background will change. And then I put in a pool. I put in this nice pool here, and you're surrounded by all of these beautiful plants, and you have a canopy of trees. And I just thought, being an active character, maybe you're in the athletic career and you come home and you want to swim, or you just want to get a basic, workout in, so you can do some laps in the pool. I just thought it was really, really nice. I was glad I was able to put that in here. So that's basically your outside area. Like I said, you've got a bike and stuff out here, and you can do some laundry if you want to. But the other thing that we have is we have our basement. As if you started watching me earlier today, you will know. Here I found some jerseys to put on the wall as per the athletic portion of this person. Oh, I need to go down. Sorry. I'm not having a good time with these cameras, so bear with me. In here is your workout room. So you come down the stairs, you've got a mirror here, you've got your bike, you've got your weights, a nod to my husband for leg day, arm day. You've got a nice set of mirrors over here too. You've got a TV and a stereo. I put that shelf up there meaning to put some stuff on it. Did not put anything on it. I did come back to it. I did think about it, and I left it there because I thought it looked cool. So if you want to put something on there, you've got space that you can put something on there. So this is I don't know, just a really cool area for you to work out in, and just kind of, let all your anger out, so to speak, with the weights and, your spin classes. I got frustrated about why can we take away walls from the stairs if you can't put anything under it? And lo and behold, I found something that went under it, which is awesome because, like I said, I'm not using the move objects cheat. So to find something that fit there and that actually makes sense underneath the stairs was really nice. So I'm actually quite happy with that one. And then in here, is our bedroom. And I did this kind of in a more uh fancier style. I don't know what kind of style, art deco. I'm not quite sure. But I tried to stay true to the colors as best I could. And then I found these pictures and I thought to myself, yeah, if you're very logical and if you want everything structured uh in a way that makes sense to you, like your brain is very mathematical, which I can relate to. So you want things that maybe things drawings are pleasurable to your brain and calming to your brain, which they are for me. So you've got some architectural drawings on both sides here. And then here I found this, which is like drawings and letters and stuff like that, which I thought were really, really cool to try and play into that whole, um philosophical and logical way of thinking. You've got some books down here as well that with a little seat. So, if you want some nighttime reading, you got a nice egg candle because that's the color that matched the room. And then over here, you've got all of your certificates and diplomas on the wall, your nice single bed, and a nice lamp and a little statue of the city. Now you might be asking, why do I always use single beds? I typically, probably because I typically play with single sims, but also, again, this is a character that I feel like in this stage of their life, it's a tiny home, so they're probably either still in college or they are doing their best to get through college and are just trying very hard to study and figure out what they want to do in their life. So they might not have time to really have a relationship and really figure out if what kind of life they want to have in their end goal, right? Think of this as a starter kind of house. Yes, it's a little bit more expensive because I did put a lot of things in there, but I feel like this is something that is cozy enough for your sim to grow and develop their personality and then venture out to another place, right? I know, I don't make sense. But here we go. This is what it looks like. Let's try and get a top-down view. It's going to be a little hard. There's a lot of trees in the way, but we will do our best. So there is your lot. Let's try to go into free camera mode again. There's your lot. And we will go down a level. This is the main floor here. Oops, I put the walls down. And then there's your basement with your pool next to it. But there's your basement. There's your main level. And yeah, I hope that you like it. Let's get out of that. I hope that you like it. I enjoyed building it. I had a lot of fun with it, being a tiny home. Also being trying to think about the different characteristics of a December born person. And yeah, if you were born in December, happy birthday. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.